Hello, it's Zoid. I'm a music maker and an educator, and I do these videos on YouTube looking at tracks, what's happening in them. I'm going to look at this track, Fatima Yamaha, What's a Girl to Do. I've always loved this track. I've You probably have heard it. It's a very famous track. Uh, Great hook there. But it's okay. Let's talk about the story of the track. It came out in 2004 on D1 Records, 3 years before my first album came out on a joint release on D1 and my own label Diatribe, uh, Zoid versus Jazz Musicians of Ireland Volume 1. Fatima Yamaha, it was like an anonymous project, so nobody knew who that was at the time. And that record was like a kind of underground, I don't know how many records were pressed up, but probably 1,000 or something. I've got one somewhere. But it kind of just was like floating through the underground for a lot of years. But in 2015, it started blowing up really big. And like, check that out, it's 5.5 million views on this video now. It's like more than any other D1 video. And it started going like just blowing up everywhere. And it was Hudson Mohawk put it on a Essential Mix, I think, and Jack Master apparently bought all the remaining copies for Rub-a-Dub. And I'm not sure if it got repressed since then, but anyway, then the creator did kind of become known. His name's Baz Braun, and like Eamon Doyle, who ran D1 Records, he told me the story about how he got the tracks. It was Fatima Yamaha's first release. He sent Eamon the tracks. Eamon was like, "Wow, these are really good. Put it out." Never thought it would. It's really interesting how it just got so big. There you go. Here's Baz Braun playing at Deck Mantel, playing this track. It's interesting how he had the main hook programmed, but he was like kind of doing keyboard fills over it on his, looks like a Yamaha DX11 there. So, but that's a great set. He's a really great keys player, great producer. He writes a really nice hook. So we're going to have a look into the track now, as I've made a recreation of it. So mainly to see what notes and chords are going on in it. Check the settings. Yes. Okay, so first of all, we'll start with the harmony part, which is kind of like a Rhodes, but it's pretty quiet. You put a limiter on there. Okay, so how I figured out this keyboard part was kind of first I recorded the track into Ableton up here. That's the original track. And I did use the convert to harmony in Ableton. You know, that convert harmony to do MIDI track. I did use that. I got about 80% of the way there. It just missed out notes, and the rhythm wasn't right, and the notes weren't the right length. So it was a pretty good start. And then I just adjusted it by ear, saved a bit of time. And this is pretty close to what it is. So it's just a 3-chord thing, really. It's quite simple. So it's what is B flat minor, but it starts with B 9 there. Nice 9 chord. Just B flat and C really. But the C goes up to the D flat, so it's the 9 going to the minor third. And it kind of, the way the chord's structured creates a melody itself to keep it interesting. So sometimes we tend to put chords just like here's a chord and here's another chord, and it's just very blocky. But this way of making chords is very musical. It's you probably played this on the keyboard. You can kind of sing the chords. You can hear it going do 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 do. And another thing, it's not like that obvious. You can sort of, it makes sense, but you need to hear it loads of times before you actually get the rhythm of it. The do 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 do. So I can't even like. It's not easily predictable, although it's not like too complex. It's a really nice balance to get that not too complex, but also not too predictable. This is a real sweet spot. I think this is why the track has such longevity, because there's not a lot in the track. It's very simple. This part continues all the way through the track, and there's very relatively little else going on. So we got this B flat minor, and then more 9 chords. We have D flat, D flat. Is it a sus? Yeah. Yeah, so the A flat on top is a 5th. Yeah, so it's just a 9 and a 9th and a 5th. So a 9, which but again, the way the notes follow each other and move up and down makes a lovely melody. It's not easy to sing it actually, but it sounds great. So that is the chord part. B flat minor, D flat major, and E flat major, B flat. Which in terms of the key, well, if it's in B flat minor, if you say it's in B flat minor, then it's a 1, 3, 4 progression. Or you could think of it as being in A flat major, even though there's no A flat major chord, but then it's like a 2. It's a Dorian progression. 2, 4, 5, 2. Sometimes I just think of it in terms of major key because I'm more used to it. But it could be in a. Actually, it's not really in B flat. It was in B flat Dorian. You can say it's in B flat Dorian, and then it's a 1, 3, 4 if you want to think of it like that, or it's in A flat major, but even though it's not really because there's no A flat major chord, so it's just in terms of thinking of it, to think of the progression to help you. If you're used to major chords, major keys, then you can think of it like 2, 4, 5, and that's quicker to realize what the chords are. For me, it makes sense that way. If you want to learn more about this stuff, music theory, I have a music theory course, link in the description. It's really good. You should do it. We look at all those things: chords, keys, scales, relationships, melody writing, all this stuff. Okay, so where are we? The next thing that gets added in is, did I put the beat in there? Okay, so this simple beat. It's a bit too. Just turn down the release. Okay, so it just very quickly made that beat. And then this bass notes come in. Bass notes are B flat minor, goes down to A flat and then up to D flat, E flat, B flat. It's like B flat minor over A flat and then D flat. E flat. So this kind of track keeps going for a good while, and then the best part of the track, the hook comes in. Oops. Some extraneous bass notes going on. And that's it. That's the whole track. In my opinion, that melody is a very excellent melody. Just, it's just a few notes, and there's so much space either side of it when it just hits exactly right, and the sound and everything is so good. So it's like starting on the 6th of the B flat minor. Is it? No. Right, so yeah, the melody doesn't come in when the B flat minor is going, and then when it hits the D flat major, it's kind of like a 3rd, 4th, 5th on the D flat major. And then on the E flat, oh wait, sorry. No, it's not a 3rd, it's a 3rd on the E flat. On the D flat, it's a sharp 4, which makes sense. Interesting. Sharp 4, 5, 6, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then 6th, 4th, 3rd, and then finishing off with 9th, 4th, 5th. That's a really cool sound. Here's the original track again. The melody doesn't come in until further on around here. Hopefully it doesn't get blocked on my video. So that is the track What's the Girl to Do by Fatima Yamaha. Really simple, really brilliant. Actually, once I tried to make a track inspired by it, and it's the track Never Ending Nature of Desire. 2 views on the YouTube. It has like 44,000 streams, my most streamed track. It's not like you wouldn't really be able to tell any connection, but it just I started with the harmony and simple enough beat. Only 4 subscribers. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Okay, so the kind of there you go. Yeah, I made a track inspired by it. But what was I going to say? I hadn't worked it out until now. I didn't really know I could. I think there was more. Maybe I thought there was more going on in it. Really, now I see it's just a 3-chord, very simple harmony. Just get yeah. I might try another one because it's such a good idea. It's just that musical chords, simple beat, and then bring in a killer melody on top. It's great. Oh yeah, maybe this track will in 15 years time just like blow up massive. Imagine how great that would be. Oh, I'd be so happy. Imagine that. Oh, brilliant. 44 million streams later. Here's hoping. All right, so I think that'll be the end of this video. Little plug for my new program if you want to release an EP or an album in 10 months time. There's a waitlist for that, priority waitlist to find out when the doors open for that. It's really, if you're someone who's making tracks, but you're not that organized and you just get distracted and you go here and you go there and the benefit of this program, you're not going to learn a bunch of new stuff. You know how to make tracks. You're going to benefit from the structure, from the weekly sessions that each week push you further towards doing what you have to do. 1 hour session a week plus a couple other optional sessions, plus you have to do an hour to two on your own, and each week you will push forward towards the goal of in 10 months time releasing an EP or an album. It's not that like it's why does it take that long? Well, you have to like leave extra room for, there will be ups and downs. Part of this whole thing is like how to get through creative ups and downs, creative blocks, keep going, have a vision and work towards it and reach it and succeed. That's what this is about. If that sounds something you want to do, then join the waitlist. Description below. All right, thanks for watching and listening. Thanks, bye.